In the journey of life, individuals often find themselves at crossroads where decisions shape their destiny. Fulfilling one's purpose is deeply intertwined with the willingness to take risks. God has created you with a purpose, but the fear to take risk in your life will prevent you from living it. The average man is a safe taker. He eventually settles in a career that he becomes familiar with, having a common tendency to become complacent, especially when he achieves a certain level of security, stability, or routine. Factors like job security, a reliable income, and comfort with the work environment gives a sense of an easy life. This causes men to shy away from change or risk-taking. This familiar, safe setting doesn't encourage a man to do much more than what he has to do, nor to engage in critical, strategic thinking to keep advancing in life. These men may stay mentally disengaged, not contemplating much on how to achieve their God-given purpose. However, as I pointed out, God has endowed everyone with a purpose, and without fulfilling that purpose, a profound dissatisfaction resides within. Consider the example of Alex, a professional in a traditional Monday to Friday 9-to-5 job. Alex initially chose this path for the stability it offered, such as consistent income, predictable hours, and a sense of security. Over the years, however, the routine became monotonous. Despite feeling unfulfilled, Alex may start convincing himself that he's content and happy. This self-deception could involve emphasizing with the financial stability and job security while downplaying the lack of passion or enthusiasm for his work. Alex might use phrases like, "It pays the bills," "At least I have a steady job," to hide the deeper dissatisfaction within him. In reality, the repetitive nature of the job, coupled with a reluctance to take risks or explore other possibilities, keeps Alex in the comfort of the familiar but unsatisfying routine. This self-deception becomes a coping mechanism, allowing individuals to avoid confronting the potential for change and the uncertainty that may accompany it. But men who embrace risk, they're a different nature. Men that take risk put themselves in situations where they're forced to use their mind and skills to make strategic decisions to advance in life. These are the men that utilize their free time to acquire new skills, enhance their personal development, and educate themselves. They embrace failure as a catalyst for growth. They perceive setbacks not as defeats, but as stepping stones. They are the minority, and typically mocked and laughed at for taking risks. Every successful individual encounters this. Even Jesus was not immune to mockery in his hometown. These are the men who rise to positions of power, wealth, and influence, making a significant impact in the world. They are the ones who truly fulfill the purpose God has assigned them. They are the ones that have satisfaction within them. The most disappointing thing a man could do is live life without fulfilling his God-given purpose. This is unachievable without embracing risks. This belief is echoed by God himself, as illustrated in the parable of the talents in the Bible. In the parable, a master, who represents God, goes on a journey and entrusts different amounts of money to his 3 servants based on their abilities. The first servant receives 5 bags of money, the second receives 2, and the third receives 1. The first 2 servants invest and put the money to work, doubling it. Their master praises and rewards them upon his return. However, the third servant, out of fear of losing the money and being punished by the master, He refrains from taking a risk and does not attempt to grow the money. Instead, he buries it and returns only the original amount to the master. The master rebukes him for not doing anything. He takes the money back and kicks him out. The story teaches us that God wants us to take risks. He's given us skills and talents so we could use them to grow His kingdom and achieve our purpose. The story also points out that God isn't pleased when people don't utilize their talents and play it safe. He sees the potential in us and doesn't want to see it wasted. The bigger lesson of the parable is that our perception of God influences our readiness to take risks. The two servants who put their money to work held the view that their master was fair and compassionate. This belief motivated them to embrace risk and confront uncertainty, assured that they would be met with kindness even in failure. On the other hand, the servant who hid his money viewed his master as harsh, leading him to choose a path of caution driven by fear. Our views of God could lead us to act with boldness or caution. To give a godly Christian perspective, if we see God as loving and merciful, we're more likely to step out in faith, trusting that He supports us even in our failures. On the other hand, if we view God as harsh and judgmental, we might avoid taking risk, fearing punishment more than valuing trust. The principle highlights the importance of understanding God's true character and promises, as this will shape not only our spiritual life, but our everyday decisions and actions. God wants us to trust His character and lean into risk with faith. The greatest spoils in life goes to those who take the greatest risks, and these opportunities cannot be discovered within your purpose without embracing risk. Learn to be a risk taker and trust God. God bless and take care.